Yeah, so, I guess three things if I were to go back and talk to young Darren and provide some advice, what would it be? And I think, first off, I would explain three things I think I would explain. Number one is that, it's not going to be talent. It's not going to be intelligence. It's not going to be your background. It's not going to be your family, education, or connections that are going to determine your success or not. Because see, when I grew up, I thought that was going to be my limiting factor. I thought you had to come from the right family, that you had to have innate talent, that you had to be really smart, none of which I was, right? That you had to have the right connections, that you had to go to the right university. And I thought because I didn't have any of those things that my success was going to be limited. But what I realize now, and what I wish I realized even younger, is that none of that matters. So that if just with hard work, with consistency, with seeking out advisors and mentors and the right materials, you can get any advantage that you want in any industry. And that has been the boon of my career. The second thing on that is to invest in personal development even more aggressively than I did. Luckily, I did meet a mentor when I was 18 years old who advised that I take 10% of every dollar I make from that point forward and reinvest it in my personal development. And he asked me what my goal was for the next year. And I was 18 years old. And I said, I want to make over $100,000 a year. Just thinking that was crazy, right? 18-year-old making $100,000 a year. And he says, well, then you better go invest $10,000 in your personal development. He says, you don't achieve goals, you grow into them. And so I did. Even though I didn't even have the $10,000 to start with, I went and found it, and scrapped and scrimped and put it together. And I'm telling you, that catapulted my success. By the first year, I made $150,000 a year. And so then I thought, wow, this works. So then I wanted to make $250,000 the next year. So I took $25,000, which would be 10% of $250,000, and I invested it in my personal development. And I exceeded that goal. And I'm 50 years old now, and I've done that every year over year. And I'm just flabbergasted at how that has catapulted my life. A kid born into a very dysfunctional upbringing and family, one semester of college, no unique intelligence or talent to speak of. But because of my investment in personal development and the skill, growth, and development that caused and created, that's what catapulted me to the place that I am to this day. And then the third thing is a little bit of an odd one, but is really the one answer I give when everybody says, if there's advice that you would give your 20-year-old self, what would it be? And this is the one, and that is to listen to my gut more. Every bad decision that I made, I knew at the time, if I listened to my gut, that it probably wasn't the right thing to do. But I was tantalized with the fear of loss, or with the idea that there was a quick hit, a big opportunity, and I knew that I shouldn't, and I did anyway. So I would listen to my gut more. So those would be a few things that I think I'd go back and tell my younger self to even accelerate the success that I've had to this point. Hello there. Hey, are you tired of all this summer slowdown nonsense? Me too. It is true though. Summer is usually when drift happens, right when people fall off their disciplines, break their promises, and stall on their goals. The weather warms up, the kids are out of school, there are extended vacations, pool parties, backyard barbecues, etc. And it becomes easier than ever to make excuses, to justify skipping that workout, eating that extra piece of cake, not making that last prospecting call, etc., etc. But let me remind you of what we're up to here. You're here with me now, because that means you're a member of a badass global community of high achievers, those choosing to be the exception, those relentlessly committed to better every day. You are here to buck up, level up, and gain an edge, to get shiitake done. If you're here with me, you know you have a higher calling, a higher purpose, a big and positive impact to make. Am I right? Look, listen, I get it. I know it's not easy. But if it were easy, everybody would have six-pack abs and be living the life of their dreams. It's supposed to be hard. Hard makes it easier for you and me. Doing the hard thing is what makes you and everybody else here the exception. And this is why, for the past 3+ decades, I have come up with ways to get leverage over myself during this time of the year and the teams that I lead, because I know just how critical it is to stay focused and on track during these summer months, and how costly it is if you don't. And guess what? Summer is now my favorite time of the year. Why? No, not because I get a break or want to slow down. Heck no. It is my favorite because summer is when I get a huge advantage, when my team gets a huge advantage, when everybody else is drifting. We're doubling down on our key behaviors, actions, routines, and disciplines. This is how we can create 20 times the revenue and impact per team member as compared to some of the top companies in the world. And the reason why I have the lifestyle that I enjoy today. That is why right now is particularly important to get reset, to get refocused and re-inspired on your big goals. So to help you, I'm inviting you to join us in something brand new. My team and I are calling it the Summer Reset Challenge. Together, we'll journey through the compound effect, reading or listening to one chapter per day for 6 days. And get this, registration and participation in the Summer Challenge will be entirely free to you. I'm paying for everything. It's my investment in you as a member of our beloved community. In fact, if you don't already have a copy of The Compound Effect, I will buy you a beautiful hardbound copy right from the publisher. You only cover the cost of me shipping it to you from my private inventory. Or if you prefer to listen instead of read, I will buy you the complete 6-hour audiobook. You only cover the publisher processing fee, which is only $5, not the $39 to purchase the entire audiobook. And by participating, you'll also make high value connections with all the other exceptional achievers who are stepping up to this special Summer Reset Challenge. And you'll be able to spend some extra time and get some extra support from me and my A-team. Oh, and for those of you who finish the 6-day challenge, you'll be invited to a private mastermind session with me and my A-team. It'll be an exclusive after party celebration of sorts. The Summer Reset Challenge begins Monday, July 12th, a perfect time coming out of the holiday week, right when the temptation to drift will be the greatest. So fight back the temptress by joining us and get a leap on your competition to finish 2021 strong. If you're ready to rise to the challenge, click the button below to register now. And I hope to see you on the starting line.